Good afternoon. I'm Dave Thompson. I'm the Education Director at the ACE Academy of Cleaning Excellence and also President of the Green Clean Institute. This afternoon, we're going to be talking about contract cleaning in the 21st century. So come on back after this message.
Live from Orlando, Florida, and the ACE Learning Center at Gym Supply, it's Beyond Clean with Dave, a weekly broadcast for professionals in environmental health services around the world. Your host is David Thompson, Director of Education for Gym Supply, and his mantra is, I am a janitor and I save lives. And now let's listen to Beyond Clean with Dave and today's guest at the ACE Learning Center in sunny downtown Orlando.
There are three words on which I focus on each and every Friday afternoon. If you've watched me before, you know those three words are healthy, positive, and proactive. Now today we are going to be talking about contract cleaning in the 21st century and what one service is doing to move ahead of the rest of the market in the Kansas City area. Now, no longer is it productive for us to say we wax floors. You know for what, folks? We haven't used the term wax in our industry for over 60 years. So don't use this term. We don't use wax. Anyway, this cleaning service doesn't use this term, and they also use other terms to describe the services that they provide. One of those is that they improve hygiene, and they can even measure what their program is doing. You know what? We don't want to just talk about education. At this service, they require it and they certify their staff. Now, who are we talking about? This is Bashar. His organization is Unlimited Building Maintenance. And he's based out of Kansas City, Missouri. So Mo is here to tell us about what his company is doing to be different in this 21st century. Welcome, Mo. I think you're calling in from somewhere over in Kansas City area.
How you doing, Dave? I'm calling you from Kansas City. It's a beautiful day. The weather is beautiful.
Well, then the 1st of March, I guarantee you, most times when we talk the 1st of March, it's not beautiful in Kansas City.
You're right. So we got to enjoy it, man, while we can.
Yeah, we've talked to many a time, and it wasn't that way. I've been over there a few of those times. But we're not here to talk about the weather. We're here to talk about what your service does and how it's different. And I told the audience already, this is about hygiene. So, you know what? When I've been on your website, I've seen this thing called Health is Job One. Tell everybody what that's about.
At UBM, Dave, we'll look at the well-being of the people who use the facilities. Okay, we are in the business of keeping the facilities clean by improving the hygiene. What do we mean by that? Improving the indoor quality by using HEPA filters on the vacuums that we use, capture the dust particles, or microfiber systems, which is capture the dust instead of releasing it back in the air. And also, we remove contaminants from the surfaces that commonly used by the people to make sure they are sanitary.
Okay, so this is that whole thing. Whenever you say health is job one, I'm going to assume that that's UBM's main focus and job, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if you heard them use the term audience, HEPA, high efficiency particulate air filter, microfiber, and bacteria movement. These are all the things that we want to focus on, right?
Right, definitely. Not the old way of distributing the dust from one place to another. Now we capture the particles, and also by removing the contaminants from the surfaces, you can look at the surface and say, oh, it's clean. But how would you assure me it's clean? We use ATP testing to make sure that, okay, we're removing the contaminants from the surfaces that spread the illnesses.
Okay, so it looks like you're in an office building today. So what are some of the surfaces that you're doing this testing on in an office building then?
The high touch points, places where people touch doorknobs, copiers buttons. You've got restrooms doors, restroom fixtures, microwave. There's so many places that people in the facility touch all day long. And by removing the contaminants, we at least help prevent the spread of the pathogens.
Right, and so what you're talking about here is you're starting this conversation this afternoon by not talking about we clean floors and we clean carpet and mop floors. We're talking about these places that people are touching and creating illness.
You're absolutely right, because when people come into work, they want to be healthier to produce and improve the high productivity. Then they get sick or take these contaminants home, or vice versa, bringing them from home to the workplace, infect the other people who work with them.
Okay, so audience, if you hadn't caught it, we just put out a video this week here from the ACE Academy on how to use an ATP meter, which is what Mo has been doing. Now, you can do this, but how does all of your associates at UBM know what we're doing, and how does this education working with them?
All our staff are required to go through certifications. We are members of the Green Clean Institute. They have classes that give them the knowledge how to improve the hygiene in facilities. And by taking the education courses, they will be able to clean, disinfect, or sanitize properly. Also, our supervisors have been trained how to conduct testings to show before and after. So when a customer asks, okay, how would you assure me? How would you guarantee me that my facility is sanitary and clean? I will show you the reading before and after.
Okay, so now audience, I don't know if you caught that, but I caught one word that Mo used, guarantee. And so how is it that you can make sure a facility is hygienically safe for the people? It's because of this testing and the recording.
Yes.
And now, how hard has it been for your people, your associates? How much do they have to go through before they can be certified to actually know to do the right thing so the testing is appropriate?
We have testing. We have the classes start from the entry level, and it's not like you put everything on them one time. We take them. We have the prerequisites of the classes, and then you step until you get to the level that you would like to accomplish. We have entry-level cleaners. They just do commercial cleaning. When we have people that take classes and courses when they clean medical facilities, because you clean in two different ways.
So what you're saying is if I'm cleaning an office and then I go to cleaning a doctor's office, I need to be certified in two different avenues?
Yes, but you have to have the basic technique of cleaning, how to clean and sanitize or disinfect an area.
Okay,
Then
so,
when it gets to the medical.
okay, so the question I want to ask here so that the audience understands this, you and I have talked about this many times, there's a difference between education and then the how-to. So it's not just about how-to, we need to know why we're doing it, right?
Absolutely. That's the fundamental thing at UBM. Why do we clean? Not how to clean.
Well, at
You can
UBM, it's quite obvious. You clean for health first, and then it's about how we get there.
Absolutely.
All right. So everybody has to be certified. I was even looking at the website some more. I dig into everybody's website. So Mo, you're not the only one I do this with. You know that. All right. But I saw on there that you have tiers and levels of certifications for not only frontline, but managers as well.
Yes, we call it a career path. When someone joins UBM, it's not a dead end. People look at the janitorial services as a dead end job or job for felons or job for high school dropout. But at UBM, we're all about people. People work for us. We would like to improve their lives. They have a career path. And also people that we clean for, we care about their health. So it's all about people.
So whenever you say it's all about people, and I think we talked about this a little bit before we went on air, you had some numbers about turnover rates that, I usually don't hear these kind of numbers that you talk about.
Yes, at UBM, I'm very proudly I can say that our turnover less than 5%. The average employee with UBM for 8 years.
Wow.
Average customer.
Now, audience, I don't
6
know.
years.
I don't know if the audience knows this, but you just heard him say turnover less than 5%, and I can guarantee you, there's a lot of building service contractors that would love to even have anything close to that because they're in 30, 40, and some are 50.
Right, and the industry is about 400%. in the cleaning industry, and it's very costly.
Okay,
That's why at UBM we
so at
developed.
UBM, you don't just have a few people. We're not talking about you employ 10 people.
We're talking about 55 people and more.
Okay, so you with 55 people, you're cleaning what, a billion square foot of floor a night?
We clean about 4 million square foot a night.
Wow. Okay, so folks, you understand, we're not talking about chump change here. We're just talking about somebody that's really went out and done this. You know, I want to ask a question. I know I'm going to catch you off guard with this. How long you been doing this, Mo?
Oh, Dave, you see the gray hair on my head? We've been
Uh,
doing it for 22 years.
there you go. Okay, you can all see my gray hair, and it's not because Mo and I are talking to each other. We didn't do this to each other. All right. So, whenever somebody's starting a business, and I get a lot of that here at the academy. You know, they're just getting started, or they're a small company, 3 or 4 people. You know, they're starting this. What do they really need to concentrate on with their clients?
They need to, first of all, they need to concentrate on their people. You have to have a very good system, onboarding system, when somebody joins the company. You have to have at least a basic place where they start, and then you can develop them. Not everybody knows how to clean. Cleaning perceptions is different from person to another. So it's got to be a methodology. It's got to be a way. If somebody's cleaning a medical building for you, let's say in Olathe, Kansas, or in Kansas City, Missouri, the outcome should be the same because we use the same system and same best practices for cleaning.
Okay, so you've talked before about, you know, what you have to know what your client base is. You have to know that you have a certain amount of staff, scope of work, et cetera, et cetera. Can you explain to the audience what you're talking about there?
Yes, because to be successful in this business, we need to start with why we clean. And then on the onboarding system, you make sure that the person have, after they know why we clean, then how to clean. And after that, you have to have a scope of work. The scope of work is like a GPS, will tell you from here to here, this is what needs to be done. And then after that, you have to have measurements in places to see, okay, are we getting what we're supposed to get? How would you verify? Using some tools. For example, we have the Form 180 from the Green Clean Institute. You can do measurement before, and then you could do after, or the ATP testing. And also we have scores when you inspect the buildings. We have a system you can have a number, what the percentage, 90%. For example, at UBM, there is no building can be less than 87%. I'm talking about quality-wise, you have to shoot between 87 and 100. And then we figure out how to improve it.
So what you're saying is that if you're going to work with a client, you're going to be successful, you have to have a program, you have to have a kind of roadmap, and that roadmap starts with a base, a middle, and then we can set where we want to go.
Yes, definitely. Without this, you would not be able to accomplish.
Okay, so now I'm going to hit you with something that I didn't tell you about beforehand. We do this all the time in conversation. Where are you going from here? What are we going to do next?
At UBM,
Yeah.
our goal is that in the next 5 years, we would like to be a $5 million company with 55 employees or more. And right now, we are at 50, but within 5 years, $5 million company, 55 more employees.
Well, you know what? I'm going to be around in 5 years, and I'm sure we're going to talk a few more times in that 5 years. And you just let me know how I can help you get there.
No problem. We'll invite you to come back and see the progress.
I know you will. I know you will. So, you know, Mo, I thank you for spending time with myself and our audience this afternoon. I'm sure that there's a lot of information that people can get. Now, you know what? In 10, 15 minutes, there's no way that Mo and I can tell you everything that he does, everything that you should be doing. But, you know, as usual, we usually get a lot of inquiries about our classes that we hold here at the ACE Academy. So now, to do any of that education through us or through the GCI program that Mo talked about, go to the gym website. That's gymsupply.net. When you get there, click on the education tab. It's going to take you right to our class schedule. Now, these are our live classes. Mo's taken some live ones and some online ones, so I think all of it's good. Mo, do you have any last word before I get into the rest of this?
Yes, my advice for all the other contractors out there or somebody thinking about starting a cleaning business, your people is the most important component in your business to be successful. You bring them in, look at them on the humans, look at them as humans first, and give them room to grow.
No, I couldn't agree with you more. Now you can access all of my social media sites. Okay, we've all got them. So we have a Facebook page. Please like me on the page. I know that I've still got the beard and the bald head, but hey, like me anyway. Go to my YouTube channel there. If you like what we're doing each and every week, please hit the like button and then hit subscribe, and we can share information that we're doing. As a final thing, go to my website, that is beyondcleanwithdave.com. There's where you can see all of the active shows that we're doing, information. We even post some pictures there. So, join any of one of those things. So I guess that's all of it. And I thank Mo for being on with us until next Friday afternoon, right here, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I'm live from Orlando, Dave Thompson. Keep changing your future. Keep those changes healthy, positive, and proactive. And remember, I am a janitor and I save lives. Now just stay tuned for just
You have been listening to Beyond
right
Clean
back
with
after this, and I'm going to tell you what's coming up next week.
Dave and his guest. Sharing what you learn with others is what turns knowledge into professional development. Live classes are hosted each week at one or more of our 4 locations in Central Florida. Remember, janitors save lives. Be sure to put us on your schedule to watch next week as we present another broadcast of Beyond Clean with Dave.
Okay, and I'm back for just a little short moment. Next Friday, I'm going to be joined by Mark Marcellus. He's going to be talking to us about business-to-business networking, with a slightly different way than what is typical. Now, have you ever been at an event networking and you wind up shouting over all the people that's in the room, and you're trying to see out how many cards can you pass out in that next hour, and you never really talk to anybody that can really help you, and you really never hear from anybody that can give you any return for your effort? Well, Mike has a different way about going about this. I've been pressured by certain groups to meet certain goals, and I got to tell you, I've got enough pressure at work. I don't need that in a networking group. So it's going to be interesting to hear from Mike as we're going to actually be talking about Gym Supply right here at the ACE Academy is going to be hosting our first networking event with the Tip Club on April the 6th. So come on right back here next Friday and join me, same place, same time. See you then.